Today is day 25 of getting off to a great start, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about one of the optional software programs that we have at our disposal, and it's called Hoodon House. You can actually check it out by going to the Premier website and then scrolling down to preferred vendors, and it's listed there. I have used Hoodon House for 9 years, and I find it to be very valuable. It's a great one-stop place to keep all of my information. It's a customer database. It's also a place where I can put my expenses, my miles, and it runs a ton of reports for me. So although I can't do a little educational seminar right now on how to use the program, that would take a little too long, I just want to give you some of the highlights of how I use this program. So what I do is I take my orders and I put it directly into the software as a home show, and from there I upload it to the website, so I don't have to go on the website and put all that information in. It just automatically goes up there. And then I've got this wonderful customer database. So when it's time for my personal home show and I want to invite everybody, I can actually pull up all of the emails from my customers, and I can sort it. So I can say, well, I want all of the customers that bought at least 2 items, or I want the customers from just the last month, or I want the customers from the last 9 years, and you have all of their emails. And then you can actually copy and paste and send emails to your customers inviting them to your event. So it's a great way to stay in touch. So I love that. You can even stay in touch with the people from that particular show. So you could send an email to all of the people on that show and say, hey, the jewelry has shipped. It's going to arrive in just a few days, so look for your hostess to call you. It's a great way to stay in touch. You could then email them in another month or so and say, hey, I'm just checking, is your jewelry behaving? So it's a great way and an easy way to have all those emails in one location that you can use to follow up with your customers. You can also follow up with your hostesses. You can do a search to just pull your hostesses. Maybe you want to know all of your hostesses that had over a $500 show to send a card, or you want to know who was your top hostess. So it's really great to run reports. You can also run a profit and loss report. So as you put your expenses in, every little receipt that you use for Premier and all of your miles, you can then run a profit and loss report. So you can see how much you profited from any quarter or month or the whole year. There's even a report for your taxes. So everything gets nicely categorized, and you can see just exactly where you are in your business. So I like that it's designed just for us, and it's a wonderful tool to use. One of my favorite things is to pull up my last 10 shows, and it shows what my hostess got, and it shows the profit that I made, and that is great to hand out at your jewelry shows. And so you can give it to people that are interested in Premier, and they can see what you actually made in your last 10 shows. Or as a hostess, what a hostess actually got in your last 10 shows. So consider looking at Hoodon House. You don't have to buy it. You can even try it out and see if you like it before you buy it. You just can't upload from the software if you try it. But give it a try. I do have some old instructional videos on my website on Hoodon House, but I hope to make some new because I am currently using the Mac version. So that's been very exciting, but it's not completely done yet. So once it is, I will make a little educational video, but there's lots of great videos on the Hoodon House website where you can learn all about it, and you can call them and ask all of your questions. But I would encourage you to ask your mom in Premier if she uses it, if she likes it, and what the benefits are to this particular software program. I think you'll like being able to organize all of your expenses. If you don't want to go that route, by the way, I do have an expense tracker sheet on my website under my new jeweler section that you can use pencil and paper and keep track of the things that you spend money on, because we definitely want to keep track of every dollar we spend in this business, because one of the greatest things about being in direct sales is that we get to take all of the money that we spend on our business as a tax deduction. Every person that has a job and pays taxes wishes that they could have the deductions that we get for working in direct sales. So make sure you're keeping track of all of those expenses. And Hoodon House is a great way to do that. But if not, use the expense tracker sheet and have fun.